Like, I can't see why there's so much background noise. I'm trying to test it out. Super sorry about that. Can you guys hear me right now at least? Yeah, by the end of this week, I will have my desk setup moved completely. That way, you guys don't get this random audio noise. I don't know where it's coming from. It's super weird. Because I know it's the AC is one thing, but like today it was just really weird. But good morning. We have 4 minutes till market open, which is always a good sign. Like right now, my bias right now, I'm kind of just looking to the short side to see if we can just get a nice little pullback. These like WeWops right there, we might get a nice little test. And then after that, we're gonna try to see if we can make a nice big push to the downside, because pretty much we had a nice sell-off in the overnight session. Yeah, I agree. 79 is a good pullback area. It would continue that same trend to the downside right now. Because you have the pivot high over here, which is lower than the previous one. And then we can make a nice little bounce down. I wonder if there's a setting that I could do. There are filters for audio? No. So Harry, if you could just tell me in the chat real quick, I just did the noise suppression on my mic. Can you tell me if it got better for you at all? Did it take out the background noise at all or no? It's better? Okay. So yeah, I'll definitely have to play around with these settings. I didn't know audio would be this big of a deal, but obviously it's not good that you guys have to deal with the background noise so much. But by the end of the week, over the weekend, I will move out of this room completely and then shift my whole desk to a different room or my basement, and then we can go from there, because I know the basement's really quiet. And then I think, yeah, from yesterday when we were talking about the ES, like if I stayed in for like 5 more minutes, I would have walked away with like a good 2 points, because the signal came perfectly. And we also didn't get filled too. That part sucked. But it happens. But right now, if you see the chart on the left over here, that's the ES again, but the 2000 tick. I'm just trying to see the fast movement a little bit, but nothing special to it. It's just a 2000 tick with the 200 EMA, 50 EMA, and then the 6 simple moving average. We are open and we are pumping right now. Okay. Definitely want to see going to the downside, and I want to get that reversal here. But first 5 minutes is always heavy, so I'd rather just wait right now to see if he can break through and then come back down. Yeah, the VWAP right now is a very good area. I am just waiting it out a little bit just because, you know, the first 5 minute candle is always a bit up and down. Like there's too much going on at the moment. Unless there's a clear sign, I'm not gonna get in. Because like the purpose of the 2000 watching the 2000 tick is to see like the fast movement, because it shows you where all the volume's going and how the candles are forming. Because the tick charts don't care about the time. It's all just about how many contracts have been filled. Right now we just broke through VWAP a little bit. Let's just see. Let's see. It's holding above VWAP, so we might see it push up and break through completely, but again, just watching the tick charts as well just to see which direction it's going. I might try to sell it on its way back down if it's gonna do that, because that would be a nice move. I might just put my sell stop here for now, and then I'll just drag it up as we go to see if we can get that little bounce play. Because right now it's just pumping up. I'm gonna let it do its thing for 2 more minutes and then decide if I want to go in or not at the candle close. Yeah, I believe there's a couple more earnings that are coming up today and tomorrow, so that's also going to be a big part of it. And then the fact that, like we noticed, right, whenever the overnight sell-off happens in the morning, like the first 5 minutes, we notice that it tends to pump up a little bit and then might continue. But then whenever it goes up in the overnight session, we tend to sell off because people are just taking their profits. But this is a big pump, definitely. You're going from 77 to about 85 already. And it broke through the previous pivot, so that's always something to keep note of. Because right now this could honestly just become like a W pattern, essentially, where comes down, kind of goes up a little bit, comes down, and then just shoots back up. I might just try to get short right here.
Stop filled.
Just gonna go for a quick point. Nothing too crazy, just a quick point to see if we can get that little push down. And this trade is just purely based on the WeWop right there. We're just trying to get to the bounce to reverse a little bit.
Order filled.
We got 1 point right there. Quick 100. So Mustafa, what are they saying about the Nikolai anticipation? Like, what's going on with that? Like, are they close to releasing a product yet, or are they everyone's still just in those phases of just saying, hey, like, yeah, we're gonna build an electric car, like, because there's a lot of companies that are saying that right now. Still development phase, okay. Yeah, NIO has been in my watch list. Been watching it. I know it dipped up a bit, but it still has a lot of growth potential. Let me just see how it's doing. Yeah, NIO had its alert from the algo on August 3rd at 9:30, and from there, so far it's been up from the alert. Let's see. It's been up 7% since the alert, since August 3rd, which was yesterday. That would have been a nice move. ES is trying to push back up again. Might find some pressure at the WeWop again. And then after this candle closes, again, we will have our morning range. We can try to go for a quick 1 point breakout play just to be safe. I could go for big moves, but nothing's confirmed at the moment. Because in a bullish day, would normally see nice 3 big green candles, but today, again, it's just, we saw this whole week, last week as well. The morning has been struggling, like that first 15 minutes. Right now, it just seems like we're bouncing off of the 200 EMA, essentially. We haven't been able to hold above it. And this could be a nice short setup coming soon. I think once it breaks out of the morning range, so below 32.77, that's when we might see a nice push to the downside. Again, ES is pushing up. I might go for a quick point again at the breakout of 32.8550. That'd just be the morning like first 15-minute high. So 85.50, so right here. I want it to break and then I'll try to get in right afterwards. I'm waiting. Just gonna go for a quick point the minute it breaks that 32.85.75.
Stop filled.
I got filled at the moment. I'm just gonna wait for that little push. Unless all these sellers are gonna be stepping in all of a sudden. Of course. I think we can get that little push for that one quick point again. Seems like we're really struggling to break through 32.86. Yeah, the sellers keep piling up at 32.86, so I'm kind of concerned if I should just break even and cut my trade, which I think I might just do. Yeah.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm just taking a break-even trade on that one. Things started to plateau a little bit. Oh, great. Just if I waited one more second, right? Literally one more second and I just had another point. But the reason I broke even was when I was looking at the tick charts, things started to slow down a little bit, and I was thinking we could, because like the candle sizes were getting smaller, and they made a triple top essentially right over here. And we all know when there's a triple top, then there's usually a nice pullback down, but in this case, it's still pumped up a little bit. It's okay. Still positive for the day, so that's all that matters. I'm thinking we might still be potentially to the downside. It is kind of hard to read the market at this point. But we can still see that we still have that big pivot high from that big move from yesterday's in the overnight session. So if we're gonna continue that, we could easily see it pump up just a little bit and then start to come down. So like the bigger picture, right? I feel like we could still come down. But we can see the volume pressure like that's happening right here, right? 32.85.50. That's where like both sides are just piling up and like making this node bigger. Like we could honestly see a nice reversal at this point. Because we've seen that before, right? When it breaks VWAP a little bit, but then doesn't continuously hold it, and then it just comes straight back down. And for that, honestly, I might just take a one contract. I might just short it at 32.8350 to see if we can get a nice play to the downside. Again, this is a higher risk move, but yeah, if it breaks through 32.8325, then I'm gonna get short. I'm just taking one contract, and I'll try to go till 32.80. So at this point in time, I can see the market either going either way, honestly. But if it goes up, it will potentially reach up to 32.9450 around here. And then to go down, it'll go back down to 32.7850 around here. I think we could easily see those movements. Yeah, 89 can have good resistance, but I'm not too sure about 89, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? Because right now it's struggling to break through 86 and 87. And that's where we might see the nice reversal play if the reversal is coming, right? That's why I placed my order to short at 32.8325. The volume also seems to be just dying off a little bit. Not too much, but just a little. As we can see, the tick charts are moving very slow now. I'm waiting for that reversal to come. So I think if we get in here, we're in a good position. But again, this is more of a riskier play. I don't recommend it, but we're not going to be forcing any trades. I said before, if we do push through, it should go to around 32.94.50, and then I'll try to take a bounce play at 32.94.50 around here. Cancel this order, the short order for now, because it is pumping. I have nothing on the algo as of right now. Obviously, we'll hear the bell if there is an alert, but for now, just seeing it the way it is right now, it might take a little bit time before we get an alert for it. But And since we are approaching our all-time highs again, the way that the ES moves will be slower. It'll take some time just to move 1-2 points. So it's something we have to keep in mind, that our trades might start getting longer again, because between March and now, all of our trades have been very quick, very fast, because it's just quick pumps, right? So much volatility going on. But whenever we reach all-time highs, that volatility kind of goes down and the ES starts moving very slowly. So that's when I might switch over to like the 15-minute time frames and then start trading in the 15-minute, because then I know I can hold on to it a little bit and see the actual trend. HLXS 777X. I do trade the ES primarily, and then I do trade stocks and options on the side as well. But on the live stream, I am just focusing on the ES. I do trade the NQ a couple of times, but lately I have been just sticking to the ES for now. And for these stocks and options, I pretty much trade it based off of the algo alerts that we get in our Discord channel that you have the link to below. I get the alerts from that, and then I'll be placing my trades just based on that, and then following the profit taking system. I used to trade crude oil. That thing was just kind of ridiculous, especially the past couple months, so I kind of just put it to the side. Maybe once things stabilize with it again, I will go back to it, because that one was a quick mover. You can make a quick 100, 200 like in a matter of a couple seconds, because it moves very quick. And then gold, I tried it out, but it would just, its movements weren't happening at the times that I was trading. Essentially, like the morning movements were okay, but it wasn't the right setups. Most of the good setups happened in the overnight session for gold, at least for the way I trade, and that's why I kind of just stopped looking at it. But now we are making that big push to the upside. Let's see if we can get filled at 32.94 for the short. We are getting that big push. Let's just see if we can get to the 32.94.50, get filled there. We'll try to go for a 4-point play. 2 points for the first contract, and then another 2 points for the second one. We can take a look at the NQ right now on the side. It is just pumping up. It is playing around with it, so we might see a nice little push back down again. So hopefully we can get to 32.94.50, get that little push back down. That'll make me happy. I think 32.94.50 is a good level. But yeah, you guys can tell me what you guys trade other than the ES. If you guys do trade anything else, just drop it in the chat below. If you guys are trading stocks or options, or if you guys have some good picks I should check out, let me know. I'm more than happy to do my research on them. At this point, I'm just waiting for it to hit 32.94.50 and then reverse. We are just buffering a little bit, but I think we still have the potential to get up there. So the 32.94.50 as a level, Harry, that comes from me looking into the market profile and trying to understand where the most volume and price was traded. And for me, that's where I see it as like that was a good point. Market profile, I'm not the best at explaining it. I would highly suggest like reading a book on market profile. It's very interesting, and there's plenty of books out there for market profile. It's a bit confusing in the beginning, but it's just something I can't explain properly. It's not something like I'm an expert in, right? So I don't want to give you guys false information like algo stuff, like all that, like day trading with the futures right here, like this. That's stuff I can talk about, but market profile, I don't want to mislead anyone. This is just my analysis on the market profile. As a key level is 32.94.50, and that's what I'm going off of. I've done multiple bounce plays on those levels a lot of times, and they worked out great. And this is just another scenario just like that. So we're gonna see if we can get that push up to 32.94.50. And sometimes, even with the market profile, we might just break through it completely and then go, and it might just not work with us. But most times, it ends up bouncing around that area to get us a quick scalp play. You are getting a nice push before we get to that level, so we did create a nice double top right there. So that's something to pay attention to. Might get that reversal a bit early. I'm still gonna leave my order up there at 32.94.50. This might just be a little like bear trap essentially, where they're just trying to get the sellers in and take them out. We clearly shifted direction in the market. Again, we're making that big formation, but we still have that high to look out for. But if this continues down, I think it might reverse at 32.87 around here. Might just get some resistance. While I let the ES run, I might just go take a peek at some stocks real quick. Again, like I said, that 87 area right here is probably where we're gonna see a nice little bounce back up again. Yeah, I mean it's definitely going bullish at the moment. So yeah, I could definitely see 32.85. Yeah, I mean that was the opening range, so I could see why you'd say that. It has that support there. That could be a nice support area for it to bounce back up. Just dropping down to 87. Let's see if we can pull back. We are seeing a nice little push down again, so let's see if we can get that pullback and we can go up. This might be the pullback that we're looking for. So might just go for another quick point right here.
Stop filled.
We got in, and now we're just waiting for the move to happen. But yeah, if we got in at that 85, like Harry said, we would have made a nice quick move. But again, for me, I just wait for the confirmation and then I'll try to get in. So right now we're just going for a quick point again. I don't see any crazy moves happening today at this point. We're just waiting for our buyers to step in a little bit, give it that little push, but people are getting heavier on the short. Buyers really aren't that strong at the moment right now. We can see the orders piling up right here. 590, 360, 280. That's what's holding us back right now. For some reason we can't get through that. Because all we're looking for right now is like 2 more ticks. Just break through. Come on, just give me that little tick. Just one tick. That's when the market gets annoying, man. Like when you have like these quick, you're trying to go for these quick plays, but then it just won't get to that by one tick. Like what is that garbage? Like it'll probably hit it and then it'll probably keep going. But we just gotta give it that time, that patience. Always test the patience. That's why I just like to keep my hands off of my mouse and just sit.
Order filled.
There you go. One more point. It's 200 for now. It will probably pump up a little bit now, which is okay. I'm still probably gonna try to get short around, like I said, 32.94.75. That'll probably be where I'd like to get short again. So we'll see. Yeah, these past 2 weeks have just been I haven't really been catching great moves on the ES at least. Definitely for like stocks, there's been some good moves, but ES I've just been going for small plays at this point because like with the ES, right, you can't just expect to get like the same amount every single day, because if you're doing it that way, you're probably gonna lose, because it's very hard because you have to adapt to the market conditions. But because sometimes on the ES you can have like a $5,000 play because you just hold, because you have everything's proper setup, it's nice momentum and everything, and then other days you'll be taking out 100 or 200 in profit. So it's just a matter of waiting. But the main important thing is, are you still averaging out to your goal of like your yearly goal, right? So you might have a $200 day today, and then you might have like an $800 day tomorrow, and then you might have a $100 day the next day. But you want to make sure that when you're averaging everything out to see how much you're making per month, or your yearly goal that you have, like, are you on track? And that's something you want to make sure you're doing. That way you can see, should you be continuing what you're doing, or is there something that you need to adapt to and like learn more about? Again, like I said from before, 94.50 is where I will look to get short, depending on how we do at that level. And are we just going to break through it completely, or are we going to struggle there? So and tonight, what I'm gonna do, I know I keep forgetting to do it, but to the Discord, I will add the algo alerts for the ES, so that even after I leave my desk, you guys can still get them, and then you guys can do your due diligence and invest if you want to. And I will set that up tonight for the Discord. That way, you guys can see all the alerts coming through live, and yeah. Let me see if I have the alerts already, right? Let me see. Yes. Again, we are approaching that 94.50 level. One second. I can pull up the chart and show you if it gave any overnight. I'm just trying to. I think after this move, that's when I'll show you guys. I'm just waiting for it at this moment. At this moment. 29450. We are struggling right around 294.50. I'm just trying to see, can we make that little break, and then I'll try to get on the way down. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to be pushing right now or not. He's like, that's the one thing you want to make sure when you're playing like levels and trying to go for bounce plays. It's like you can't just assume that that one price is like the magic number, right? You got to make sure like it crosses or buffers around it, and then you want to get in. So right now, let's see. I can see the seller stepping in. I kind of just wanted to break, and then I'll try to catch it on the way down. So right now it did break through. I will sell stop right there.
Stop filled.
And it is struggling a little bit. It's concerning. I don't want to give up any more profits from today. Has been pretty slow lately, so we can just take it for another quick point right there. Okay, why is it not?
Order filled.
There you go, another quick point. And then let me show you guys the overnight session. So this was in the overnight session. The only algo signal that came in the overnight session was at, well, it came up 7:15 a.m. and it hit the first target and then it bounced off right at the first target. And that move was essentially, you got in, right? 4.25 points. So depending on how many contracts you traded, obviously you guys know the math for ES, you guys have been trading it. But yeah, 4.25 points. But went directly to it. So far today, what did we do? We took 5 trades? That's interesting. Oh, like these accounts, the other contracts. Okay. So 250 profit, 71% win rate, break even, because we took that one break even trade because we didn't feel comfortable. But if we stayed in for one more second, we would have had more profit, probably another 200 or 100 on the day. But 0 losses today. Just quick scalps because market's very slow in the movements. It does have those quick movements over here, but those kind of act as our confirmation candles for a reversal, and we go based on that. So we just go for those quick plays, and then from the algo, that's when we go for like the bigger plays because we trust that more. But let me see if I can actually just go set up the algo alerts right now. That way I can just get it out of the way for the ES. The commissions, I forget. I think it was like, might be like $1.50 or $2 for the fees and commissions, but they can be taken away after a little while. I never really cared about commission prices too much just because I know everyone charges them, especially for futures. Like I know stocks, they took them away, but for futures, it's pretty much there's a commission everywhere, but it's just a matter of which platforms you like using and which platforms working for you. And paying that extra 25 cents for me doesn't really matter in the long run. So I know like TradeStation, I think they have it like $1.50, and then I think TopStep has it with $1.75, and then I can check the exact prices. TopStep. So yeah, with this platform, it's $2.68 because they do have the exchange fee as well. It's not just the regular commission, but you have to pay for the CME exchange, and they just incorporate it into your payments in the commission section instead. But their commissions depend on which market you're trading, right? If you're trading the ES on TopStep, they only charge you $2.46, and then for the micros, they charge you 40 cents for the exchange fee, and then like NQ it's 246 again, and then micro it's 40. I think yeah, that's the trend for them. Anything the major futures, like it's $2.46, and then for the micros it's all 40 cents. And then if you're trading gold or anything like that, it's $3.10. Yeah, the $2.60 is like a round turn. $1.60 around there, like $1.40 is like one time, but there's no reason to look at each time, right? And then you're just like worrying about something that doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, so if we still held from our 94.50 position right there, again, we would have made those 2 points. But I took it off at that 1 point just because I just want to get out quick, not give up any profits, because I like keeping my profits. But yeah. And then yeah, for today I think I might just be done in a little bit. Just gonna watch it for fun. We can just discuss a little bit. So the monthly data fee depends on when you sign up for the pro account, right? Once you pass your first two steps, they give you an option. You can either just get funded immediately and just be with real cash, but then you pay like the CME exchange fee, whatever it is. It's like around 150 or so. And then, or else you can do their pro plan where they will pay for a fee, but what you have to do to be qualified for the pro plan is essentially enter another simulation, like another step. It would essentially be step 3, essentially, right? But you'd have to make them like 5,000 essentially in the simulation again, and then they would cover the CME fee, so you wouldn't have to pay the exchange fee. And that just depends on your like desire, right? Do you want to prolong your funding like a couple weeks and not have to worry about that extra fee, or do you want to just get that money right now and pay that fee all the time? These will be like a monthly fee. So when you do get the algo alerts, what will happen is they're all based on the 5-minute charts. So when you get them, it will be real time. They come right after the candle closes, because that way it's like confirmed, like a confirmed alert. And you always buy at the break of the price. It tells you, like, if you look at like the other alerts, like if you go to large cap algo in the Discord channel, you'll see like buy Microsoft at the break of 205 and 10 cents, right? So you'd place your order like a couple cents above and you would enter then. But other than that, it's pretty simple, because then you would just draw out your Fibonacci's like I showed you guys before. But I'll make a little tutorial video on drawing out the Fibonacci's and setting it up, and that way you guys just have a record of it. But everything is real time. And yeah, it does give you the price, just like it does for like all the other alerts for the stocks. Like you will get, for the futures, it will literally say buy ES at the break of 32.92.50 if that was the alert price, right? So you just place your order like 32.75, 32.92.75, and that's when you'd want to get in. But I don't usually trade the overnight sessions because they're very slow, and obviously I'm also sleeping, unless it's like at around like 7 o'clock, maybe if I just have the computer up and I'm free, and I'll try to get in. But very rarely do I trade the overnight session. But there are some good moves that happen in the overnight session. But for me personally, I just like the morning session because the movement's there. I can get in and out in like a couple minutes. Because I think, what was it? Our average trade time was 2 minutes and 53 seconds, which is good. As long as we're not holding ES for like hours or anything like that, that's good. Like even like 15 minutes for a trade on the ES like feels very long to me. But I think later on today you probably will see an alert for the ES, but I'll probably be doing end of day the way I'm looking at it, just the way the market's moving. I don't know if there's going to be a big dip. If there's a big dip, then you might see another alert pop up after a while, but it'll definitely be in the Discord. I labeled it Futures Algo. It's under the alerts tab. You guys should have permission to see it. Let me just make sure. Message history. So I know Discord has like a lot of settings that you have to go through for some reason to make sure like everyone views it. I don't know why they just don't have like a universal like, hey, like let everyone view it. But you guys should be able to see everything in the futures algo section. I just changed the name from like the futures alerts to futures algo because that's where all the algo alerts will go. I'll also give up recommendations on price levels as time goes on that I think are key levels which you guys can use if you want to. Let's see. But you guys should have access to it. If you guys don't see anything in the futures algo section on Discord, let me know. I will fix that for you. But right now we did get like a small cap alert for VER. So if we pull VER up, right, it tells you buy at the break of 6.535, and that's the price right now. And that's based in the, so for the algo alerts, like the large cap and the small cap and the Bitcoin, they're all in the 1 hour, but for the futures, they're in the 5 minutes. Because for futures, we're going for quick scalps because you can lose a lot if you're holding for like an hour. So right now I'm just gonna show you guys like, so at 10:30 we got the alert for Verit right there. And essentially what we have going is we got the alert, we would have placed our order, and I didn't get into this trade personally because I was trading futures at that point. I was just focused on that. And then, but this is a small cap. I'm pretty much sticking with large cap at the moment because they're more stable. But I do dabble with some small cap stocks. But I kind of created a section in Discord just because I know some people love small caps and love trading them because they get good percentages immediately. For me personally, like I'm okay with just doing the large cap because it's still giving me good income from it. And right now our measure move for VER is about, the first target level is $6.70, $6.70, not $670, but that's our target. And then we had the same thing happen here when we got the alert for before. And if we drew out our profit taking system, right, let me just remove this one, we would have seen that, hey, first target was 652, we hit that. Second target was $6.64, we hit that. And if we entered our trade right there, right, if you took it off at the first profit level, you would have had a 1.87% gain. Second profit level was 3.59% gain. Again,